I have seen the future. This is my gift. I have seen empires fall and mad kings rise. I have seen the immortal armies of our foes sweep across our borders. That was before you died. And your story began. For each life, a reckoning.
Well, that's certainly something for us to look forward to in the distant future year of 2012. Enjoy it while you can. It's the end of the world that year, you know. Or so says the Incan calendar, or was it Mayan? Is it Mayan or Incan? Anyways, good evening, everyone. It's Thursday night. I got a little later start than I had intended to, but I'm here. Hello, Nick. Hello, Alalie. Hello, Maxie. Hello, Hunty. Hello, Nick. Hello, Hunty. Hello, Evie23. Well, hey, popcorn made just in time for the big show, guy. Hey, that guy. Can we start calling Wednesday Bon Jovi Day? I don't know if I'd be opposed to that. I mean, was it because Bon Jovi likes to hump? I don't know. I'm not sure why we would, except for, you know, you get through Wednesday. Did I ever tell you guys about me and my roommate in college? I had that album Blaze of Glory. It was inspired by the Young Guns 2. I think it was a solo effort by John Bon Jovi. And there was if you took the thing out of the CD case with the lyrics and all that, you unfold it, and one side of it was one giant picture of John Bon Jovi standing with his, like, in leather pants and like rawhide top showing his chest, and he's just sitting there like jutting out his groin and looking all like, oh yeah, look at me, big old fluffed out hair. and we used to play a game where we would hide we call it Find Bon Jon Bovi, and we did it on purpose, Bon Jon Bovi, and we'd hide the picture in different places in our apartment. So like there was a table with a glass surface. One time one of us taped him underneath the glass under a placemat. And sometimes we'd go days or even weeks where the other guy would not find Bon Jon Bovi. But then one day it's like, all right, you move the placemat. It's like, oh, there's Bon Jon Bovi. He's under the table. Or one time one of us taped him to the back of one of the cereal boxes in the cupboard. So it was like, it wasn't until the next time the other person went to go have some of that cereal, I was like, oh, it's Bon Jon Bovi. And then when you found it, then it was your turn to try to find a place. And you had to see how long it would take and how surprising it would be for the other person to find Bon Jon Bovi. Anyway, I can't remember if I ever told that story, but that's goes back to my goofy history with John Bon Jovi, who I've been a fan of, as you guys may have noticed during some of my prior karaoke sessions. And Hunty, you missed this game so much. I just got an itch for a stereotypical, colorful, magical RPG. And actually, I've been playing Bard's Tale 4, which got meh reviews, but that's what I've been playing this week. I got to the very end of, what was that game I played last week? The something Journey to the Savage Planet. I was super into that game, and I think I got to the very end, and I was in like the final probably in the last 30 minutes of the game, and it got super hard. Like, they just threw tons of the hard enemies at you just over and over again. Like, they think that's, oh, it's the end and we should throw super challenges. And I got kind of pissed off, and it was like, I didn't come to this game for this. And that's why I went to Bard's Tale, because it's a fantasy, but it's turn-based, and it's like first-person turn-based. So it's not even like tactical. It's just, there's little pictures of your dudes, and you decide who he's gonna hit, and that's it. So I suddenly felt like playing fantasy, but I wanted something that was like not reflex based at all. So that's why I ended up what happened to my background video? Background video, what are you doing? Did I screw up my background video? Yeah, it looks like I did. Well, that sucks. Let me see, what else can I put up there? I think all those background videos that I do, I edit. And I can just reset it. I edit together before I stream the game for the first time. And I must have sometimes I cut together a bunch of like trailer footage and all sorts of stuff. And as I'm slicing stuff out of the trailers that I don't want in there, and I make kind of a mess on my editor. And I must have slid something way to the right of the screen and forgot about it. Sometimes if you do that, if there's like a 10-minute gap between the end of your video and wherever it is in the timeline, you put that junk, and then you render it, it's just like, oh, here's your 2-minute video plus 8 minutes of black until we get to that clip you threw way over there on the end of the timeline. Let's see, because we're halfway there. Noah, how you doing, Noah? You regret ever getting a phone? And you please. What? Why you regret ever getting a phone? Yeah, R.A. Salvatore. He did the Dark Elf stuff from Forgotten Realms. Drizzt. That's his big claim to fame. Ridiculously popular fantasy novel for people who are into like the D&D books, which I've actually never read. I think I got caught up with like the first books he wrote were not quite as good before he got into the Dark Elf stuff, but they're part of the same series. So I tried reading the first book a couple times, and I just couldn't get into it. Now it's been 20 years since I gave it a shot, so I don't know, maybe I could revisit it. Can't stay current on the stream. Oh no! So Hunty's talking to us or talking to me from 5 minutes ago, something like that. But yeah, this game, now, a Bard's Tale I've been playing, but Bard's Tale, because it is kind of a slow game, and I was like, nah, I don't think I want to stream that. It doesn't have that fun factor that, I don't know. I thought about it, but I just, at the end of the day, I decided, meh, maybe not. You made your joke, so good night. That was good one, that guy. Sorry it took me a while to get to it, but I did. I had to tell a long diversionary story about Find Bon John Bovie in my college dorm room. But so now you've got that. and I know Pipecock is incoming. With that guy bringing the $20. There it is. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. The classic Pipecock. Mr. That Guy? May I call you Mr. That Guy, or is that too formal? You're like, my father is Mr. That Guy. Please, just call me that guy. Thank you for that, Mr. That Guy. Wait, Whittle Creeps, what are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to show up in 3 hours? I'm not that I'm disappointed to see you, but it's just highly unorthodox. I've used phones to watch streams on it, like when I'm traveling. When I've watched streams, but I never really had a delay issue. Not, at least not that I noticed. But I tended not to go to stream. A lot of the streamers you see, they don't necessarily. They're like me, you know, they don't see your comment right away anyway. So you could be 45 seconds behind. You might not notice. Clock is set late for some reason. This is a very strange and unexpected turn of events, Whittle Creeps. You were just going to come leave a comment about like, oh man, I missed it. Let me look up. There's actually a lot. It's a big, for me, kind of a big turnout for just the first few minutes of the stream. Oh, I can't believe I screwed up this video. There we go. Do be that guy. That guy comes in here, makes jokes about John Bon Jovi. It gives me 20 bucks. I wish everyone should be that guy, you know? That guy's rocking it. 20. All right, but again, I got to give my disclaimer. For those of you who didn't give me $20, I still love you. You know how I feel about that, right? Well, Hunty, I don't know if you saw the news, but one of the inspirations for me today to play this game instead of Bard's Tale 4 is, first off, one of my favorite gaming YouTubers did a video on this that came out yesterday or the day before, very recently, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, this is one of the most underappreciated games," and he heard that one of the big studios just like they announced that they just bought it recently. They bought the IP, which suggests that they're going to do something with it. He's like, I hope at the very least they come out with a remaster. That would be well worth their time. Well, guess what happened today? They announced that they're coming out with a remaster of this game. So now this game's like going to be on people's radar for a little bit. I don't know that my intention in starting a game tonight is that I'm going to power through this game right now, particularly because I never finished this game. I've started it a few times, but I'm thinking I might see what's going on with this remaster before I really, if I'm gonna really dive into it, I want to see if the remaster somehow comes free for people who already own it, or what the deal is, because the remaster is also going to come with all the DLC. But even Hunty's comment is timing out. Is that an emoji in the YouTube library? I haven't explored it for a while. He's that guy. Food brother Fili Contreras. See how quickly I responded to the chat? At least in my, I saw his comment come right up, and I responded within probably 0.75 seconds. So you can get an idea based on how quickly I responded to Food brother Fili Contreras, how quickly how up to speed you are in the stream. The timing, the buffer emoji. Yeah, I haven't seen that. Not on YouTube anyway. I think I've thrown that around in like work chat and stuff. Yeah, was it fast, Food brother? All right, we were just talking about that Hunty's phone is making her a little bit behind, and I was commenting that in a lot of streams, and in my own many times, you wouldn't know you're behind because it takes the streamer, either they won't notice your comment or it'll take them a minute to notice it anyways. So anyway, that's what's up. So yeah, Kingdom of Amalur, I decided like this is sort of what I was in the mood to play, a game like this. And we'll see how it goes. Who knows what'll happen if I jump into it. I might, maybe in the middle of it, I'll be like, hey, I want to show you guys the Bard's Tale I've been playing. Or maybe, I don't know. I still need to finish that game. There's a lot of games I still need to finish. You know how I'm feeling like I've been super ADD with my games lately. I keep hopping all over the place. I had a big XCOM 2 come back, and I played it for a few hours, and that was it. I was like, all right, let's move on to the next thing now. But yeah, we're gonna jump into the game in a minute here. But before we do, how's everybody doing? I forgot to ask. I got so carried away with my Bon Jovi story that I didn't check in, do a little one-on-one with my friends here. I didn't ask how you doing. How you doing, food brother? Evie. Evie got popcorn. That was a good indicator right there. Hunty's talking about her phone. Some people I kind of get an idea how you're doing. But just want to make sure everyone's okay. And also to let you all know that I'm okay. For some reason, I've been less stressed out this week. I don't know if you guys remember last week. Last week was a little stressy for me. And this week it wasn't bad week last week. It was just, work was getting under my skin a little bit. And this week, it's just, for whatever reason, I was either, maybe things weren't quite as stressful, and also I was just kind of like, meh. I was just a little more roll with it attitude this week. So 105, it got up to 95 one day in the last couple weeks. But I think 1 or 2 days this week it hit the 80s where I live. And that's warm. It's been mostly the highs in like the mid 70s the last few days, that's fine. Sometimes the way the sun hits directly on our windows in our apartment in the afternoon, it can still get a little warm. So we have a lot of windows that soak in that sun. Glad you're enjoying that 105-degree weather. Not. Hunty is 2 minutes behind. Nicholas Castaneda. How you doing, man? Heard a lot about this game. You never played it on Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3. Well, you get to see a little taste of it. It seems very. Well, I played it a bit. It's hard to classify it. In some ways, it feels a little bit MMO-y, and part of the reason for that is when they were first designing this game, they had an MMO in mind, and then at a certain point during development, they switched gears. This game has a very interesting development story, because it was basically, was it the government of Maryland had funded these people to make this game as like a public works, like a state-funded work of art to promote storytelling in video games. And that's how they got that huge budget to get like R.A. Salvatore, get all these really sort of high-profile people from different. They got one of the lead designers from Elder Scrolls Oblivion, and it just went rough. Like it just somehow everything kind of went screwy during development. They kept having to change gears and start over and do all this other crap, and so by the end, it ended up not being as inspired as they were hoping it would be. It's still a good game, but it just didn't, like, this came out the year after Skyrim, and it just, it wasn't, I guess, I don't know. It just didn't live up to the hype that everyone had expected. It's a good game, but it didn't live up to the hype. It felt a little generic, I think, is the problem. But it feels a little bit like an MMO when you're playing it, except the combat is a lot more. The combat's better than any MMO. It's more smooth. It feels more like a single-person combat system, which is one of the things people say is the best thing about it. But the way that the quest hubs and the way the world feels, it's not super open world, but the quests feel, from my recollection, pretty MMO-y. I mean, some of the quests are literally just like, go out in the forest and kill 11 spiders. Like, you get stuff like that. So it's like, But people that I know who've actually played this game and played it all the way through always seem to think very highly of it. So, just saying hi. Oh, hey, Gun Kid. All right, good deal, man. All right, thanks for dropping by. Maybe we'll see you later if I'm still up. But thanks for checking in. Just in case so you don't miss me, and I don't miss you. We don't miss each other. You glad it's not an MMO? Oh, because of the internet issue. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like what it is. I remember the issue that I had with it is it felt, the storytelling, I wasn't super jazzed about the story. It seemed really pretentious and like it was trying to be profound, but it just was like, yeah, it's not as profound as you guys are trying to make it sound. And I remember it felt a little long-winded. Like I got to a city, I think it had a bunch of elves in it, and they just had dialogue going on for miles, and it was all about like the history of their land, and you could talk to a bunch of different ones, and each one would have like 5 minutes of back in the age of such and such, Adador and Badador, and they were going through and it was just like it's just, I remember feeling like I had to listen to it all, and I came away going, oh my gosh, I just didn't care. The story wasn't good enough to justify how much time they were putting into telling it. So you played through one of the DLCs. I don't think I have any of the DLCs. I don't think so. But given that I haven't finished it, I haven't played that far into it to be able to miss the DLCs, I don't think. But anyway, I'll go ahead and hold on a sec. All right.
45 seconds of gameplay.
All right, we may have to work on sound balance a little bit. That sounds really loud compared to my background video, but let me know. I can't really tell. I haven't done any stream tests on this. And let's get into a new game. 5 minutes field, yeah. The age-old question. You know what? Casual for me. I like easy combat. It is pretty loud.
From the beginning, we were wrong. And only now, well into the second decade of the conflict, have we begun to understand the mistakes we have made. We lived in harmony among the Fae, in a world awakened to new magic. Perhaps we should have foreseen what might be born on this rising tide. What force might awaken. A force powerful enough to twist even the eternal and the mutable Fae folk.
All right, I'm going to turn it down a little now, but I'm going to go back in and adjust the audio settings once I'm in a position to be able to do that. That says resume.
But Gadflow, the new king of the Winter Court, surprised us all. Singular among his people, he was all that other Fae were not. Aggressive, ambitious, visionary. He had power like none we had ever seen. Terrible and deadly. Gadflow and his followers, the Tuatha Deon, believed that a new god was to be born in the east, beneath Gadflow's crystalline fortress of Amathen. In the name of that god, they marched to war against the young races of Amalur. Against a mortal army, no matter the power of their god, we might have been victorious. But the Fae are creatures of magic, not bound by the laws of life and death. Each Tuatha fallen on the battlefield would soon rise again, for the Fae do not know death as we do. How could we stand against such a force? For 10 years the war raged. For 10 years the armies of Men and Alpha fought and died. But as our numbers dwindled, we knew that it was only a matter of time. Our fate had been written. At least, that is what we believed. Until you died.
Oh, game over. That's anticlimactic. A hobbit. The most unlikely of Han.
What do you think this one is then? Alpha, Doran? Could even be a Jotun.
Always a surprise, eh, Gran?
Eyes on the job, boy. Don't matter what it is. Dead's dead. And be thankful for that. All we've seen. Go on and pull back the sheet, though. It'll need to be in our report, one way or the other.
Okay. So, for now, I still can't get into general settings. But let me know if I need to turn it down a little more. I've turned my overall entire desktop audio slider on OBS way down, so everything except for me is down about 50%. But it still seemed, it's still on the meters looked like it could even be loud the way that I set it down. So let me know how that works. And hello, Justin Man. See, Justin Man is an example. There are people that have put time into this game seem to think very highly of it. Didn't realize it went into Celtic mythology. I don't know Celtic mythology well enough to know that it does, but I know they got Ari Salvatore is a big name in fantasy, and the fact that they brought him on, like, I don't know how much he had to do with the overall story, or if he was the main mind behind it, or what, or if they had a framework and they wanted him to like fill it in, or I'm not sure, but I'm imagining that the grand scope of the lore and everything else was in their intentions supposed to be something just fantastic and blow, like, storytelling that would just blow most other games out of the water. And I feel like it might have backfired a little bit. I don't know. The Fae, okay. The Tuatha De Danann. I don't even know. Yeah. Well, you would know. And hello, Folivora. I was just talking about that. That was one of the reasons I decided to dust this off today, is because I'd heard about the remaster. They just announced that like earlier today, didn't they? All the stories that I saw about it, and I only saw it about 2 hours ago, that all these stories existed. And they were all like within the last 12 hours. I think I'm gonna go for someone like me, paladin-y type, maybe a paladin-y, some sort of a magical warrior paladin-y type guy. That, I don't know if that's the funnest way to do it in here, but he wrote it just flat out like, hey, this is gonna be, because I would imagine with the way game design works is he was probably kept within certain channels, but I don't know. And hello, Travado, how you doing? Ahem. What's up? I'm doing fine. How are you doing? I'm gonna be this guy, Almain. And I have to choose a god. Of course, I gotta choose Justice. Even though I think God of Order, Health and Mana might be more my speed, but if they've got a God of Justice, you know I've got to choose that. You forgive me? Well, I didn't take that long, did I? I mean, I caught you, I would say I got you within 90 seconds to 2 minutes, right? I think. Unless you have that lag going on, you know? This guy looks kind of like Tom Selleck. Oh, wait, now I remember I was watching Narcos play this game. And when I saw this, I made some crack about Tom Selleck, and he chose it, and he made his character Tom Selleck. Folivora, no, it's not my first time playing it. I've had the game for a long time. It's a game I've started a few times, and for one reason or another, I just had a hard time sticking. But there was a lot that I liked about it when I played it. But I was talking about it earlier. Like, there's a couple spots where you get to cities where they just dump. Like, you go into I think it's the Fae city. That was Hunty helped clear that up. When you get to that first big Fae city, that's where I stalled out the first time I really played it. And I was like chugging along, and I got there, and I spent like an hour just listening to the different NPCs give me all the dialogue, and it was just overload. I was like, this is just too much. And it just wasn't compelling enough a story to justify how much time they were spending telling it to me. Is how I felt. Hard time. Oh, right, Travad. I appreciate that. Hello, Keith. How you doing? Mr. Animal Lawyer 788. What's up, man? All right. Well, I'm gonna go with, let's see. I could do this guy. I think this guy looks the most like me, and I'll adjust him from there. I think what we need to worry about is I need to get a little like paler. Yeah. And the hair, the face I can leave alone, more or less. Not really. Should we do my hair, imitate my hair during the pandemic? Or how it usually is? This is about how I look right now, because I used a razor, but that's actually looks like short curly hair. I don't know. I just have short hair. Not bald, though. This is sort of how I go normally. Maybe more like this. All right, we'll do this. We'll give him a beard. You love the game, everything about it. Yeah, that seems to be the... Anyone I know who's played this game and put the time into it has very good things to say about it. I can recall over the years as I was playing other fantasy games on stream, more than once, people have tried like to make a case for Kingdoms of Amalur. There we go. This is looking a bit like me right now, except hair's shorter. If it up makes sense. All the humans are ignorant of the last spell you enter. It might make sense from a I don't know. So it's just from a pacing point of view, it was too. I just remember it being too much. I just remember it being. But I think I kept playing more after that, though. I don't know. I also notoriously have what I call gaming ADD. If you look at my channel and what I play, it's like I play usually one stream a week, sometimes two, and frequently every week I'm playing a different game. And it's not because I always finish the games. I work full time. I don't have time to play that, like finish that many games. It's just because my mood's always changing. I'm like, nah, I feel like playing something like this now. And the order of this week is I felt like playing a very traditional feeling, fantasy feeling, colorful feeling game. And that's what I found. You know? But okay, so I think I like the look of this, I guess. The hair color. I might. I think I'm even on board with the hair color, more or less. Yeah, that's the spitting image, guys. Those of you who know what I look like, I still have that picture on here. I don't think I have it anymore. Well, actually, you don't mind my camera. I just don't have it set up to show me. But there, see? Chiseled chin. Let me see. That reminds me, I ran out of time, but I was actually thinking of doing a cam screen. I was going to show up my green screen and everything else. But now you got like, this is the ball that I've been sitting alternating throughout the day. And like where I put my snack bowl on top over there when I was done with it, but I didn't feel like going all the way to the kitchen during my work break today. Yeah, it's a spitting image. Hold on. The only reason it doesn't quite look accurate is because I haven't adjusted the lighting settings. Once I've properly adjusted the lighting settings, you'll see that I look exactly like this person that I just created. There we go. That's about. There we go. See? Look at that. I got the the beard's a little. I just trimmed it super short, but I do have the beard that goes all the way. It's more like a sculpted stubble at this point. It had gotten big, just like big and bushy, and the other day I thought, you know what? I feel like being a little sculpted. Hey, in this haircut I did myself. Well, my wife helped too. So I'm pretty pleased with it. Thank you, Maxie. Appreciate that, man. Like Bookie 5.0. Well, if you count, actually, I think. Nah, I'm pretty sure he's still considerably heavier than I am right now. I know he's lost a ton of weight though. So maybe once he's reached his ultimate handsome, like buffed out, like I am, like chiseled chin, sculpted features, just like the guy up on the screen here, over here. See? Oh, look, look at the. I'm trying to channel this dude. He's doing this like. I can't do it, but you know. Here, we're gonna get. We don't need this distraction. All right, you guys. This is the. There. Twins. Exactly. All right. So now, those of you who are new, you know what I look like. He has not reached his final form. That's right. All right. Let me see. Oh, anything else? Accessories? Jewelry? No, I don't think so. I don't need tats. I think the hair is the only thing I'm. Hairstyle. I think I'm gonna stick with this one, but. I actually like that hairstyle. I never have my hair like that though, like just slicked back. The only time my hair is like this is if I need a haircut, and if I don't slick it back, all it does is start poofing out in weird, stupid ways. Maybe I start looking like that. Sometimes I go like this. Before COVID, this is a little bit like how I have my hair sometimes. There, we'll keep it like this. Stone! Lawcox! Welcome, Stone. Welcome, my friend. Alright, let's do this.
A human.
Wait!
And not in bad shape.
Was there a chance to name him?
By the look of him. You
And did I miss it?
Turn him over. See if there's a stick in his ass. All right then. Make sure it goes into the report. You know he'll want all the details.
Amazing how well the body held up. Better than I've seen.
I'm just glad it's not moving. Must have been born under a lucky star, this one.
Anything else we need?
Unless you'd like to name him, I think we're done. Put him with the others.
Okay, good. Thanks, Justin, man. There we go. Here, this has been my go-to fantasy version of myself. Garamond. This is what I've named characters in my Elder Scrolls series and everything else. It is the fantasy-ized version of Gaiman Lawyer. It was going to be Garamond. Well, I had a hobbit in Lord of the Rings Online called Gamebo. It was going to be Gamebo Lawyerins. Anyways, I feel like I've settled in on Garamond as the official fantasy name of the Gaiman Lawyer.
Well, that's it for you then. Better luck next time.
Bye-bye. I'm surprised how good this game looks. Well, not that close-up. Maybe the close-up doesn't look great. but in general. Ew. Yeah, fourth wall broken. That's a good point. Alright. See, that's exactly how I would act if I woke up on top of a pile of corpses, too. I'm telling you, this guy is me in digital form. I just gotta suck in my gut a little bit, and I'm him. Yeah, shower might not be bad, Stone. It's like me after a workout, you know? I smell like a pile of dead corpses after a little workout, you know? But a shower will take care of it, clean it right up. Okay. Whoa! Gonna have to get used to the controls. I'm fairly certain this game was designed more, it was more intended to be played on with a controller, but I'm playing with a mouse and keyboard. He literally has a bug up his eye. Secrecy is still important in our work, requiring specialized disposal of our unfortunate failures. Piling remains have become a concern in the lower cavern, so an incinerator has been added to deal with the wastes. This should make disposal work slightly less horrible, although you should avoid drinking water from downstream of the ash dumps. Hardly a fitting rest for the poor things, but if it's any consolation, these weren't their original bodies in the first place. Oh, all right. I probably will not be reading everything I come across that can be read. Ooh. I think I found a secret. 6 gold. Can I fall off? Okay, invisible wall. No jump. This is what I do instead of jumping. Muscle memory needs to keep this stuff in mind. So how does this work? This is how we get rid of the bodies? Alright, bye-bye. If he was saving it for a rainy day, Maxie. Hey, Orc Chaos. This is the sexiest hobo vampire I've ever seen, though, because it looks just like me in real life. Yeah, I'll take that. I've got a new weapon. And... hold on. Alright. This is gonna take a little getting used to. Oh, schmancy. I have armor? I like it better when you have just a big box with a bunch of little boxes while your inventory's in. You can just see it, scroll through it. Alright. Oh, bone meal. Bone meal has a very... it's a very popular food item here in the Gaming Lawyer channel. If I recall, bone meal is delicious. And I know this because somebody made the... someone went through all the trouble to make a meal for me. It'd be rude not to eat it.
Run!
I can't remember what it tastes like, but I'm pretty sure it's delicious. Did any of you guys remember? Nick, are you still here?
Scatter, children of dust! Scatter before the might of the Tuatha!
Alright, that's not looking so good. At one point, Nick wrote down whether it was delicious or not. Well, the giant's toe was another one. Crunchy, you know? It's crunchy. And we need a mood for something with a little bit of crunch. Alright. Yeah, well, I guess that's right. If you get human hearts and you eat it, is that bad? Ooh. I forgot how to... That's magic. Hey, buddy. All right.
Stay away.
See what's going on over there. All right, monitoring the progress there. Tastes like a chicken roll-up. Why else would I keep eating it? Exactly, Nick. You make a very good point. This is all evidence that bone meal. It not only sounds delicious, but it is, or it must be, right? Why else would I keep eating it? Nick, I'm glad you're here to clear these things up.
Help! Anybody!
You! Up there! Please help me! Please!
Little scum.
Wow, they're not even fighting back. Is there a take all button?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. If you hadn't come along... Wait. I've seen you before. On the slab. You were dead. It worked. By the tome, it worked. You're alive.
What happened?
You died. I don't know how or even where. But your body was remade in the Well of Souls, and somehow it worked. The well restored your soul to your body, and it worked. We must get you to Professor Hughes right away. He'll have questions for you.
Who?
Professor Formerus Hughes. The Well of Souls is his life's work. The Tuatha are coming in through the lower levels. If we hurry, we should be able to beat them to the top. Take these. They'll help keep you safe long enough to get to Hughes. Now, let's get going!
Ow. Where is Hughes?
He'll be in his study on the ground floor of the tower. At least, I hope he's there. And safe.
What? Tell me about the attackers.
Oh my. You don't know? Perhaps the process damaged your memory. They are the Tuatha Deo, the enemy of all the young races. We've never seen them this far inland. Not even during the invasion. I don't know why they're here.
Tell me about death.
I wish I could tell you more. You showed no signs of life when we removed your new body from the well's waters. We just put it in the furnace room with the others. We would have never done that if we knew.
What about the Well of Souls?
The Well of Souls is just ahead. You'll see. And it works. It restored you to life. There will be plenty of time to explain later. We've got to get going.
I guess you got a point about that bone meal. I'm trying to think, because I know it comes from undead. And is there anything undead that you fight that's not human that drops bone meal? I'm trying to remember if there was any non-human undeads that would make bone meal an undead thing rather than just a human thing. But my recollection is it's all undead humans, and they drop bone meal.
Let me get this door, and we can be on our way.
All right, I think I need to put some armor on. My little tooltip is telling me. Oh, I got new leggings. Hey, that's looking pretty fly.
You go first.
I smell 30% less like corpse now. All right. Hey, boots. Let's just put items on highlighting. An individual item and hitting enter, double clicking. All right. Do I need to allocate a key to be my enter key? I'm using a keypad instead of a full keyboard. And I think I do. Gonna make there be an enter key. All right. Now I can push enter any old time I want. There we go. Nice boots. And I see a little sparkling going on over here. Battered armor. Wow, I'm gonna start smelling like not corpse in no time at all. In fact, I think all the stuff I was wearing that smelled corpsey is, I'm not wearing anymore. Now no one will know my secret of where I came from. Here's me. Lots of boxes to smash. Gotta smashy all the boxes. So far, I'm not seeing a lot of... Oh, there's some. I got a little gold. I was starting to think maybe there was not treasure in the boxes. And as soon as I started voicing my doubt, gold started landing in my pocket. It's a profitable venture. People are... Nick, I just saw that. People are just holding the bone meal. After all, once you take it, the skeleton is still full, not lacking a single bone.
This is what they're after. Our greatest invention. The Well of Souls. Imagine an end to war. An end to death.
Fantasy C4. Well, now what? Looks like they wrecked the Well of Souls. Gotta break the boxes. Okay. Something. I have the distinct impression something is amiss. I'm using my lawyerly powers of deduction. Fell energy. There is a very World of Warcraft color palette to a lot of this game. I wouldn't say the art style is the same.
See if you can find anything else.
Oh, look at all these boxes. Hey, look! The treasure chest back here. I have to use my hands for this one. Oh, what'd I get? What'd I get? Wait, was there more foot stuff? Oh! No, I've forgotten. Okay, so this would be like heavy armor. Made a clanky sound. I think heavy's okay, and I don't think I'm planning on being a stealthy character. Wait, what happened to my shirt? Hold on. Unacceptable. Put that back on, mister. I know what you think you're doing. I probably did it by accident, but still, I feel like he took it off by himself. Is it more foot stuff? Yeah, the Fable, it does have a similar, just a very vibrant fantasy color palette. And lots of, you know, the lights have a nice sort of glowy feel to them. Maybe it's the bloom. For a few years, bloom was very overemphasized. Some people, looking back, think that was kind of stupid, but I don't know, here it feels like they haven't overdone it. At least not yet. We'll see once we get outside. Joss is here. Keep the shirt off. How am I gonna protect my little man nipples from like all the bad guys? They go, you know, monsters go straight for the man nipples every time. It's a known fact. Oh, got my gloves too. Let's see. Yeah. Was there something about the shield? There we go.
Wait! Do you hear something?
Whoa! Now hold on a sec. I'm gonna do my gamepad here, see if I can. No, I'm gonna go into the game settings and see if I can put for the block key a mouse button. One of my side mouse buttons. It don't always let you get away with that. Seems like newer games are better about it, but this may not be of the age to allow it. Where was it? Block. Oh, I think it did it. Okay. There we go. Okay, is it? Is it? Okay. Nice! Go ahead, I want to block you, bro.
You're going to need more than just that sword. That one had a bow. Get it?
Let's see. Used to be one of your favorite games? A couple things happened that got me playing it. First, I've just been in the mood for classic fantasy game, and I've been playing Bard's Tale, which has a very old-timey feel to it, Bard's Tale 4. But it feels a little too slow-paced for a stream. It's like turn-based, first-person combat. And the voice acting is terrible. Story's not all that great. I just been having fun with it, though, because it sort of has this very comforting old school feel. But yesterday, the day before, there's a YouTuber I watched called Mr. Matty Plays, and he does like game commentary and industry commentary. And he did a video on Kingdoms of Amalur that put it back on my radar. And also, within the last day, it's been announced that they're doing a remaster. So all of a sudden, news stories are popping up everywhere. So between the two, after I watched this guy basically give a 20-minute sales pitch for the game, it made me start kind of wanting to try it again. But that's what initially got me thinking about it again, was this guy that I watched called Mr. Matty Plays, and he did I think the video is called something like one of the best underappreciated fantasy games in history or something. Oh, longbow. Yeah, it's in August. Now they haven't confirmed all the platforms it's going to be on. Somebody recently bought the license for the game, and that's something that in this video Mr. Matty Plays mentioned. And now nothing had been announced yet. So a couple days ago, he just happened to make a video saying how much he liked this game, and he mentioned that someone just bought the license, suggesting there's going to be some activity with the franchise. And it was funny because he even said, I think the most sense would be to do a remaster, to re-release it with modern graphics so that people could, that would make the most sense for starters, to see if people would be into it, like a new audience. And then like within 2 days that got officially announced. So, but it was confirmed because there's a listing for it in the Microsoft store, I think. Like, I don't know if it's been officially announced. So there's not a lot of official details in terms of, like, is it going to be multi-platform, or is it just going to release in the Microsoft store, or what? Like, I own this. I think it was the Microsoft store is what they said in the story I read. I own this on Origin, the EA's PC platform, Origin. So what was I gonna do here? My longbow allows me to shoot enemies from a long distance. Secondary. Now equipped. Escape. Change to the secondary with Q. Wait, do I run out of arrows? I just noticed that the arrow went down. I don't remember there being ammo that you run out of. Does it just replenish over time? Yeah, it does. Okay. Kurt Schilling. Okay. Hey, it's Brad. Helger for not repaying the loans of the state of Rhode Island. It was Rhode Island. Okay. For some reason, I thought it might have been, what did I say earlier? Maryland? I guess that's Bethesda. That would have been, whoa. Okay. Why is it playing horrible music when I'm attacking these boxes? And how you doing, Brad? I never quite got Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Archers up ahead. Let's shoot them before they see us.
Oh, I think I missed some sort of tutorial about, probably about aiming. No, I'm not done. I gotta break all these boxes. I can't leave yet. There's box gold. Box gold you gotta find. Boxes of doom. Oh, it was 2 years ago. I didn't realize it was that long ago. Because the video I watched was, like, I think released within the last... I think it was released this past week sometime. And it was news to me that there was anything suggesting activity on this. Unleash a powerful range shot by pressing and holding. Okay. Wow, that's like easy mode. Add her documents? Yeah, I only want 4 of the lockpicks. Thank you very much. Thanks. Thanks for giving me the option. I don't want that last one. That last one's... No, you know what? I'll take it. Why the hell not? I changed my mind. I'll take all the lockpicks. Oh, did you watch that? Well, if you sound like you're a pretty big fan. So did you already see it before, or do you just look it up now? Because yeah, that popped up on my radar, and it's always one of those games where I didn't dislike it. I liked it, and I've always felt like when the right mood hits me, that's a game I could really sink my teeth into. Okay. Yeah, he's not exactly like a secret. Like, oh, I have this obscure YouTube channel that I discovered that no one's heard of, and it's called Mr. Matty Plays. But I also don't expect him to be like a household name. So, that's cool. Some people watching the same guys that I do. And I think there's Mathis Games, because I would get the names confused sometimes. I'm like, before I started seeing more of their videos. There's a guy named Mathis Games, and he does a lot of the types of games that I like RimWorld and some of the more... What's the other big one? Kenshi. He did a big series on Kenshi. And he's actually been playing X4 Foundations, right? He started around the same time I did. And that's a guy that I like too. He doesn't do reviews. He mostly just does Let's Plays, but he sort of edits he puts a little more work into his Let's Plays than just hitting record. Like, he does like very cinematic intros, and he tries to do role playing. He tries to do these sandbox games, and I try to role play it and make it like an emergent story. I kind of like at least what he's trying to do. I enjoy what he does. Sure, I got tastes. You don't get as robust as I am without having taste. Like, for example, tomorrow it's Friday, so we're gonna treat ourselves with Taco Bell, which is my favorite American food option in most cases. Like that. Yeah, I'm going metal, baby. I take everybody's opinions with a grain of salt. I mean, everyone that I like, occasionally they'll like a game more than I do, or I'll like a game more than they do. I frequently will find games that get panned by a lot of people where I'll be like, I kind of like that game, though. I don't know. Wait, I've lost track of where I came from. Did I come from in here? Where I come from over... I totally lost... Okay. I came from down here, didn't I? Okay, that's right. God, totally lost my sense of direction. Even mine? I value your opinions, Brad.
Daggers are deadly if you catch an enemy unaware. Their speed more than makes up for their size.
I don't always agree with your opinions. And you sometimes will have very strong opinions about things, and often you really don't like the things that I like. I think that's what happens more often, is there are things that I like that you just be like, meh. That's where our differences of opinions are. Ooh, daggers. Daggers is special kind of weapons preferred by rogues. Try them on now. Oh, I get to try all the different things. That's how I kind of figure you, Brad. It's like you're a person that has defined tastes, and you do have opinions about lots of things. And what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna put on the crude daggers. Does that mean I'm not wearing my shield anymore? Apparently I can still wear my shield too. Yep, I can still whip it out. You don't watch reviews, you look at the gameplay. I'm more like a Metacritic type of person, where there are a few different people that will pop up when I'm looking through reviews who, if I watch enough of them, like I know that there are people that will give their own opinions and decent analysis. And I feel like if I spend a lot of time watching videos about games. So before I get a game or decide to invest my time, that's more the thing, is how much do I want to invest my time into a game. I'll look at a few reviews to see what good things people had to say about it, what bad things people had to say about it. And it kind of helps me formulate an idea of like, well, the thing that they don't like, I don't think will really bother me. Or sometimes like the thing they really like, I don't care that much about. Like if something's got great jumping platform puzzles, I'll be like, well, that's not, you know, always my thing, or not the way that game does it, or whatever.
To finish them quickly and quietly.
All right, fills up and turns red as the awareness increases. Investing in a stealth skill will allow you to get closer to enemies without being detected. Alright, what's happened now? Now try to sneak up on this enemy before he notices you. Perform a sneak attack. You can even kill him. Oh, I see the appeal of doing sneak attacks. That's kind of cool. I know I said I've played this before, and now I'm coming at this game like, whoa! Like I don't remember anything about it. I'm not faking it. It's been so long since I played this that I literally don't remember the like down to the mechanics and things like that. So, are we gonna? I think I'm wearing armor. What did I just get? Old boots. Hmm. Opinions are relative in nature. Someone will almost always disagree with one. Very astute observation, Whittle Creeps. Opinions are, by their nature, opinions, and subject to be disagreed. Can I still sneak behind this other dude? No, he's not. He's not gonna have any of that shit. Alright, something's going on over here, though. The camera was trying to pull focus, but I was too busy slashing that dude up. Wait, did I lose my shirt again? Come on, buddy. Cover up them nips. There we go. This guy's looking stealthy AF right now. Clank, clank, clank. Alright, so, yeah, things appear to be escalating. Oh, come on. Of course, even though I'm in full metal, now I'm gonna stealth everywhere.
Perhaps there is more to you than it seems.
Ooh. Press right click to use your Stormbolt ability.
What are you?
I'm a wizard, Harry.
Save your magic for when you need it.
Oh! I didn't realize I was... Oh, my stamina's rebuilding. I thought I was supposed to do this till something happened. The armor's too quiet. Alright, I'm not gonna read all this stuff. I'll take it with me in case I reach a point where I feel like settling in next to a fire and reading all the crap that I accumulated over the course of the game. It never happens. In Elder Scrolls, I do that too. I'm like, I'll save all these books, and then one day when I'm feeling RP, I'm just gonna go to my house and sit by the fireplace and spend 2 hours reading all the books that I collected. I've been saying that for 15 years. Someday, it could still happen, though. Perhaps you aren't some random NPC. You're actually a super powerful main character. No! Pulled a pork burrito? Or had a pulled pork burrito, because they forgot they don't have bread. No. You have specific tastes and know what you like. You've noticed that a lot of big YouTubers, like Angry Gamer, made reviews about this game. That it's obvious they didn't understand the game. There's definitely some streamers that they might focus on the wrong issues, or definitely not, you know. I mean, it goes down to opinions, and also I think sometimes they take a temperature of how they think people feel about it, and then they're like, oh. So if there's a lot of outrage, or if a bunch of people think the game sucks, there's a tendency to jump on the bandwagon. So like one of the guys that I watch the most, he's not very big. He has a channel called Worth a Buy. He's got a couple of 100,000 subs. I've been following him since before he had that channel, and he just did like Let's Plays that I thought were funny. He's this English guy. And he's notorious for just ripping into games. And he'll usually, the more popular the game is, the more likely it is to rip into it. And he's not doing it tongue-in-cheek either. I mean, he's always like, oh, the big developers, they're afraid of me. That's why they won't give me any keys to play their games, and the developers don't want you to watch my channel. But for some reason, I like his channel, because when he does like something, I take it a little more seriously. But I disregard about 80% of, like, his criticisms. Burrito. You sit by the fire in the Elder Scrolls and read books? To see, that I totally, it's on my, it's always been on my radar to like maybe do that, but I just haven't done it. But the ideal, or the idea appeals to me. Like, hey, one of these days I sit down, I might have like, sit down with some tea or maybe, you know, some wine or something that you sit down and chillax with. Sit down and read some Skyrim books. I've even thought of you doing that on stream before. I still need to finish the Silmarillion. I started that one night. Whoa! Alright. That was anticlimactic. You read the books, don't judge you. Well, I tend not to read a whole lot on stream, because I feel like it just sort of messes up the pacing. I want to spend most of my time, like, if there's story stuff, I will take a back seat and you know, I don't totally ignore the story, but a lot of games that have the extra lore stuff, that's why I've always said, when I'm playing, hey Mike the Enigma, Caw, sir, how you doing? When I'm playing a game that I really want to get immersed in, I won't stream it. I usually will save streaming for games that either I'm just going to show you guys a little bit of because I think it's cool, but most of it I'm going to play on my own. Or like Skyrim, I'd already played the hell out of Skyrim before I ever became a streamer, and it's just one of my favorite games. So that's something that I can stream, and I'm not worried like, oh, there's so much going on in that game that I missed because I was too distracted by like reading chat, you know? So when I'm here, it's about having a little fun with the games and hanging out with people. But if I get too immersed in a game, then it's just like I might as well be doing a let's play or just playing by myself. Yeah, Mike, that was one of the things that I heard just today, actually. And it was one of the things that pushed me over the edge to stream it today. I don't know if I'm going to jump into this game with both feet. I might actually wait to see what's going on with the remake, because it's coming out this year. Stays preferred by mages. Try equipping it now. Okay. Speed. And I see there was actually some armor, it looks like. Oh, torn robes. The robes instead of the armor, the metal armor. Oh, not a spider spawn, Whirl Creep. Oh boy. So just a man that I got you hooked on Kenshi, or did Mathis Games get you hooked on Kenshi? Kenshi is still one of those games that like I think very highly of it, but I played a whole bunch of it and it was just like, no, I need to put it down.
Maybe you can use that staff to burn a path through.
Hey, does this do ranged? I think this is not ranged. I did, okay. Well, I'm happy to have been influenced.
Burn them!
Spiders hate fire. Here you go. There. That's pretty badass looking. So those who have played this game, I love Skyrim. I love Skyrim, especially I love modding. I love going back because you can keep modding it. But it's a perfect example. Skyrim was a huge hit and a lot of people really love it, but some people don't. I know when they first announced Skyrim, I was disappointed. I thought, oh, that looks like that setting just looks like garbage. But when it came out and I spent some time there, I ended up really liking it. Is life for how many mods you can slap into it. It does look a little bit like a pillowcase, doesn't it? Oh, I'm gonna loot the spider sack. Ew. See, old shoes? That doesn't... Oh wait, I had the robes. We were doing robes. Do I not have pants anymore? Nope. Okay, that's the problem. Oh, because the shoes give you magic regen. That's the deal. Oh, they're sandals. Oh, they look so cute. Okay. Joss, so can you tolerate Skyrim? Joss is like, I won't say you're the person I know who's played it the most, because there was that person that used to come in when I was streaming Skyrim all the time who said they had like 5,000 hours in it. If that was true, of course, you never know, randos on the internet, sometimes they make things up, but if that was true, and, you know, very well could have been, that person is the person who's played the most Skyrim that I've ever heard of. You, Jaws, you throw it on if you're forced to. Yeah, I know you and Nick are both like that. You're just like, Skyrim, oh hum. The spiders version of the TSA, looting their sacks. Webs. All right. Ow. Yeah.
Hurry, get out of here!
I think between the multiple editions of Skyrim, at this point, I've probably got 600 to 700 hours. But that's because I streamed that game probably 25 times. And that's back when my streams were all 4 to 5 hours long. So I know I added at least 100 hours into my Skyrim time, because that was my go-to game for streaming for several months. It's not as satisfying smashing barrels with this weapon. But yeah, remaster. Here's the funny thing though, for 2012, I guess it's got kind of an old schooly look. I might, because I've been a gamer for so long, I might have a bias, like, and be more forgiving about games with older graphics, because I still think of like, oh yeah, it's kind of like the new graphics. I mean, this is obviously not current gen, but the way that the game is kind of stylized makes it work for me. Like, I feel like it holds up. Like, a remaster obviously would benefit it, but I still feel like this game looks and feels really good for a 2012 game. You prefer the older games? Have you played Bard's Tale 4? Talk about old school. I think I had Bard's Tale when I was in high school, like back in the 80s. And it was I was like a big Ultima fan, and that came out around the same time, and I couldn't get into the original games. But I've been playing Bard's Tale 4 recently, and it really feels old school. I think that's one of the things I like about it, is it feels like it's got that spirit, the early RPG spirit in there somewhere. Shiny but lacked substance on Skyrim. I don't know. Hard. There's a lot there. I mean, I guess maybe you could say it's as wide as an ocean and as shallow as a puddle. I don't feel like it was it lacked substance, to be honest. I think there's surprising. It's one of those games too where you watch videos about some of the stories that the people have that are not obvious and are not part of quests, that you can, if you're paying attention, piece together in certain communities. Like there's actually, I've been floored years later learning some of this stuff about things that they thought to put in that game about the people who are in it that you might never notice, but that are actually really like, wow, really? I mean, people develop like big fan theories about certain things, and I don't know. I feel like there's a lot going on, but I guess it's you know, maybe it's not deep in the same way that other games are deep. All right, this guy, am I still doing magic? Here, I'm gonna do a... Oh, I don't think he's bad. Okay, never mind. Oh, no, he is bad.
You're not one of them.
Oh,
It's yet alive. And who's this?
That's what I intend to find out. He came out of the well.
What? Then he'd better get inside to see the old man. Quick, before those twatha make another push.
This is where we part ways. But take whatever you want from this armory. We might have a few things that would fit you. Just make sure you get your shoes. We can hold off the Tuatha here.
I played a lot of Morrowind on this channel too. I've never beaten Morrowind. I've played... It's probably my most played game of all time that I've never finished. Where's he?
Directly ahead, in his study. Just keep going past the top of the well. He needs to see you. Right now, you're the most valuable thing in his world.
I'll see you on the outside.
If fate wills it.
You don't understand how you beat Morrowind? It was back when it originally came out. Didn't you play a little bit of Morrowind a couple years ago too, Brad? I'm trying to remember. I thought I remember you streamed it a little bit. But now I can't recall for sure. I think you streaming it is what got me playing it again at one point. If I'm remembering right. That was a couple years ago. So here's the funny thing is trying all these mechanics out from the different classes. The mage is like super flashy, but the rogue with little stabby skills is like, it kind of makes me hyped to try all 3 different specialties in this game. Only beat it once, you don't care about the main storyline. Yeah, that's fair. I think I've only beaten it once. When I've played it for the last few years, it's mostly just been to be in the world, because I just like the world. And then I'll get whisked along storylines, but I'm not doing it with the idea that I'm gonna win or I'm gonna beat the game. It's just more like, I just want to run around in Skyrim, and I might as well do these things these people want me to do. Arena, the original, really tied with Oblivion. Arena over Daggerfall? Because I never, well, I did download Arena once many years ago and played it for a little while, but my impression was that like Daggerfall just took what Arena was and did it a ton better. But I haven't played enough Arena to confirm that. I actually put a bit of time into Daggerfall. I got playing that a few years ago. Might have been before I was a streamer, but I got playing that, and I'd say, I mean, I didn't put a ton of time into it, but I liked it enough that I probably put in about, I don't know, 20 hours. And I was enjoying that a bit. Yeah, the procedural thing was a problem. That was definitely a problem. And everything felt a little too grindy. It's like everything you did was like, oh no, you're gonna get faction to this guild. Go to this procedurally generated dungeon and get a thing out of it. And you just go to this dungeon, you come back. All right, go to another procedurally generated dungeon and rescue a person in there. The arena wasn't like that? Because of his ridiculous box art? Oh, you killed Parthenax because you were expecting another option to pop up. Now I think there's a mod that actually gives you an option, like does give you another option. All right, Just a Man, you out of here? All of a sudden, Just a Man just like, Gian. Stone Raven's like, see ya. Wait, why is everyone saying goodnight all of a sudden? Wait, Stone's saying goodnight, and Just a Man is saying goodnight to Stone. But Stone's gotta go. Is that what happened? I gotta piece all this together. Alright, let's loot some chests.
Plate armor. Nothing protects quite like layers of impervious metal. Leather armor is thin, but will give you the speed to reach an enemy's throat.
Fast combat, huh? Wait a minute, am I collecting all this stuff? I guess I am.
Simple cloth frees your body and mind. That's why mages prefer it.
I think I'm gonna go metal. Going heavy. Get that sword back out. All right. You played Morrowind and then Arena? And Oblivion and Daggerfall. I pretty much played Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, and I didn't try Daggerfall until after I'd played Skyrim. All right. We'll roll with this for now.
We'll see Hughes. We haven't got much time.
All right, I'm gonna go see Hughes. Which way is Hughes?
We'll see Hughes. We haven't got much time.
I think it's up here. Did I smash all the stuff I'm supposed to smash over in there? I think so. Alright, what's going on here? Of course, I just try running right into it. The screams of the damned fuel you, Whittle Creeps. That's dark. You're a dark person. You have a dark soul. Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. Alright, is this where I need to see the man? This looking like where I go to visit a guy.
You've made it, and look at you. Even with all you've been through. The Tuatha, your return from the dead. Please forgive me. You must be terribly confused by all of this. I am Fomerus Hughes, and this is my laboratory at Alistar. Everything you see here is dedicated to one thing, the Well of Souls, the pursuit of immortality. And you're my first success. If we only had the time, there's so much we might learn from one another.
Hey Shane, good to see you too. A button to look around easier. I'm gonna have to figure out what that is. What's going on?
Too much to explain right now. The Tuatha have come to stop my work, but I don't believe they know about you. Not yet. What's important is getting you out of here safely. You're the only proof of what we've achieved here. I may not be able to save the well, but I can ensure that its only success is safe.
Where are we?
We're in the Feylands, miles away from the front lines. I thought we were safe enough from the war, but it seems some of the Tuatha found their way here anyway.
Well, I got more questions.
Of course you do. Please, we must hurry.
You must have several minutes of dialogue for me. Tell me about the attackers.
You don't know. They're called the Tuatha. They were once Fey folk of the Winter Court, but they've been twisted by their Lord Gadflow. But how could they have found us out here? We're miles away from the front lines. The war has never touched Dalantarth. And why attack the well?
What are Fey?
The Fey are complicated. I could write 10 volumes on the effects of immortality on their pseudo-feudal court system alone.
And tell me about yourself, Mr. Hughes.
I am Fenris Hughes, scholar of Vivification Prime Circle. We're standing above my life's work, the Well of Souls. There's so much to learn about you, though. I imagine it's all a bit muddled. A side effect of the prismere? Shape of the basin? No. If only we had more time.
Tell me about my death.
I wish I could tell you more, but your death is a mystery to me as well. It seems that your memory died with your body. You see, the well is designed to capture the soul of someone recently deceased, recreating their physical form within its waters. Simple, really. Your rebirth is the first we might truly call a success. There have been others, but the results weren't quite right.
It's kind of sinister sounding. Oh my gosh, there's more. Tell me about the Tuatha.
The Tuatha are a radical splinter of the Fae. Insane, bloodthirsty, and immortal. Even when they die, their essence returns home to be reborn later. They hate mortals like you and me, and want us wiped off the face of Amalur. I can only imagine how much they hate the idea of mortals being reborn.
Hey, you like playing Argonian and Morrowind to trigger the Dunmer when you become their savior?
It's been my life's work. Decades of research with a singular goal, ending death itself. And now, you're the only proof that it's a success. But why did it work on you and no one else?
I don't know.
What makes you different from the others? There are so many questions to ask, and if we're to get any answers, we've got to get you someplace safe.
Alright, now I'm ready. I clicked all the things.
Good, good. We can't waste time.
Let's get out of here.
Yes, you're right. I've got my notes, but it's most important that you stay safe. It's just that you're... fascinating. Simply astounding. I'm not certain what's caused it, but somehow... yes, as I was saying, I'm not sure what... Perhaps I should go see.
Sir! Mr. Hughes! The Tuatha have breached the lab! They're inside the...
Oh no!
No! We've got to get you out of here now! Quickly! Follow the path to the town of Gorhart. Find Agath. He's a friend, and he may be able to help. No matter what else, stay alive!
Hey, it's like Yoda. Alright, what is this? Now I'm curious. You said there's a button that makes it easier to look around. Breathable items. There's shoulder camera, backslash, is that it? Who is that lady with all those bright, shining gold stars? It's Ava! Caw. Hey, Ava. I guess I should get out of here. It's feeling a little dire. How you doing, Ava? Good to see you. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. You think you'd become High King after killing half the country, several godlike beings, and actual gods, and even high-ranking officials. But no, they just stopped that storyline, sure. Yeah? Yeah, levitation. There's a fun one they took out of the game. I like the spellcrafting in Morrowind. I designed it. What I call hippie hop? I was making my own spells, but I basically traveled the land doing super speed, like high jumps. Oh, showed ya. Aha. Oh, they're dead. Treasure? Oh. What else? All right. Gotta escape. Yeah, healing potion. Oh wait, these boxes? No, it's just stone slabs. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. What have we got ourselves into now? Oh no. This is terrible. Alright, how you like that? I'm gonna stun lock this bitch. Oh, not so fast, huh? Ow. Whoa! I didn't see that coming. Ooh. A golden ring. Fancy that. Oh. It appears I'm still visible and I'm not a Dark Lord. Maybe next time. Nope. Nope. But think of it this way, Ava. If all boxes held shiny stars, then yours wouldn't be so special, now would it? You gotta earn those stars. You don't just find them in a box. Is it funny like the ones in Witcher 3? I should have tried conversing with him. Oh. Is there a walk button? I really want to walk right now. I just want to stroll. I don't think there is a walk button, but I really wish there was. No. Excuse me. Hey! Excuse me. Oh, stealth, but then I don't look like I'm relaxed. This does not look like a guy who's enjoying a stroll through lovely woods. Alright, I have to level up. Alchemy? Oh, yeah, there's other things. Oh, all the things I need to figure out. I like persuasion. Lockpicking is always good. Detect hidden. Enemies and other characters displayed on the map increases the amount of gold. Okay, so that just pops stuff up on the map. Harvest components from some enemies in the world. You don't know what to do. I'll start with detect hidden. Oh, right, on console, is it because of the analog stick, you don't push as hard, so it goes as fast as you are, like how far you're pushing the stick. That's one problem with games on PC, is even when they do give you a walk option, it's like you have two speeds. It's like walking real slow or running real fast. And sometimes, nice to have that analog option. I think we're gonna start investing in the might tree. Is there anything? If I'm gonna get like a real run into this game, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to do some research into like synergies and stuff. Because ideally what I'd like to do is have, here we go, see, is be playing like a paladin type character, someone who's a beefy tank, but might have a spell here or there that's gonna help them survive a little better or do a little more damage, or and also just have a little bit of colorful flash going on. A harpoon. Hang an enemy, pull it back to you. May have the opposite effect. Oh, that's kind of cool. Skillful defense. Longsword mastery. Unlocks brutal weaponry. Unlocks charge attacks. Okay, I like charge. Unlocks. Wait, let's see. All right, I'm going to use this for now. Oh, I have. Menus. Yeah, it definitely. I don't know if you were here when I made that remark, but when I first started really digging into the game tonight, I was reminded, like, yeah, this was very clearly designed for a controller. It still works for a mouse and keyboard, but they clearly designed it like with the controller in mind. Here, we'll just do this. Yeah, all right. I'll probably spread them out, but what am I doing over here? Oh, consumables and items. Oh, moves. That was a thing. Upheaval. Late attack when longsword launches your enemies. Hit, pause, hit. Oh no, combos. Comet strike. Hold and release, longsword attack. The dash. I like dashing. And charge shot. Okay. Oh wait, what about that? Oh, this is. That's what I drag people to me with. Has some pizzazz. And I got these boxes. Oh, don't mind me, folks. These evil boxes shall stand no more. I will not tolerate their evil presence. Rest now, gentle folks. The boxes have been vanquished.
Told them we needed more guards. I saw you fighting there. We could have used more of you.
You saw me fighting the boxes. Standing the poppies too long. What are you talking about? The giant rock thing? He saw that?
I don't know how the Twatha found us, but if they had a troll, it couldn't have been an accident. Fate was kind to collapse that doorway behind you, or they would have chased us into the glade.
Oh, and hey, cheesy horde, I didn't say hi. Welcome. Wow, this guy's... See, here we are. This is Rando. Look how much he has to say. This is also a few times why, when I thought about streaming this game, I thought, if I really want to enjoy this game, I might need to, like, kind of pay attention to all this stuff without splitting my attention the way I have to do on a stream. The thing is, a lot of this game is running around in colorful environments, and like this would probably be a good game for me to stream after I've already beaten it, so that I don't have to. I don't worry so much about like putting the story together. I normally am not. I do not encourage. I don't encourage spoilers, so I don't feel particularly upset at that idea that you're proposing right now, but normally I discourage. I appreciate that you asked first. That's what I appreciate the most, is that you asked first.
We started building here when they found Prismere in the mines nearby. Never thought we'd see Twatha this far out west, though.
And to be honest, I'm probably not going to play that much longer. I know this has not been a super long stream. It's been almost 2 hours now, but it's about 9:30 where I am. And I do work in the morning, and I just realized I haven't really had dinner. So I'm probably going to need to go so that I can eat before it gets too late. Fumbling through is what I'm famous for. In fact, that's most of my channel is this. It's a game going on in the background while I talk to the chat. Or I pace back and forth. I think I almost made Ava puke last week because I got talking about my job, and I walked back and forth in a manic fashion for about 10 minutes. And sorry about that, Ava. The cave nearby. Oh, the classic cave behind the waterfall. Okay.
Fate weavers? Ah, charlatans. You swears by them. I'll be damned if I trust my future to some cards. Hugh's ran off, you say? I wouldn't worry too much. The old man's tougher than he looks, and he's always got a plan. They're technically a type of wild fae. Related to the fae of the summer and winter courts, actually. Dangerous enough in the wild. The Twatha also use them in their army.
That troll is related to the fae. Alright.
I never did trust fae to begin with. Those Twatha are the worst sort. They waged some sort of holy war against humans and Alpha for years now. But the front's all the way out east. What are they doing out here? How did they know about this place?
And well assaults.
The well was incredible, but it took armloads of Prismere crystals to keep the thing active. It's when we built it so close to the Stone Candle mines. They even put in a few tunnels to deliver the crystals directly into the well. I told them it wasn't safe. Looks like I was right. Again.
All right, bye-bye now.
Good luck out there.
Anyone else with a whole bunch to say? How about you?
Another survivor?
Oh, yeah.
But I've never seen you in the tower. Were you one of the professor's assistants in the downstairs projects? Did he escape with you?
Red poppies, you stood among them too long, got hallucinogenic effect, and thought the boxes were attacking. That's just my natural state of being. I've been attacking boxes all evening. They are evil. They are evil, and I cannot abide them. The cave with some loot to help start out. Alright, cool. What's the guy in purple supposed to be? I have to get another look at him. Let me see. Can we bring him? Let's see. Were you one of the professor's assistants? Did he escape with you? No. Can we bring him back? Okay,
Not without the well, we can't. This is the only one, and the Tuatha were tearing it apart. Hughes is the only one who understands how it worked.
Oh Lord! Look what he's got. All right.
Alistar is remote enough that we don't get a lot of visitors, and with our research, fewer visitors means fewer questions.
Gnomes. Okay. That.
You mean Agar? He visits Hughes every once in a while. I never could figure out why they got along. He's friendly enough, if a bit odd. You should be able to find him in Gorhart, just down the road, past the ruins. You can't miss it. We all knew Fomerus was a genius, but I'll admit, even I had my doubts about him being able to bring the dead back to life. Guess the Tuatha weren't very pleased that it worked.
See, here's the thing, is why I think sometimes it might just be I need to be in the right mood for the game, is because the fact that they have all this voice dialogue and it's well voice acted and it's thoughtfully put together should actually be a plus. But at least I think part of it too is because I'm streaming it. Like I want, when I'm playing on my own, I'm playing in my own time and I'm focused on the game, I'll tend to settle in and maybe appreciate all the dialogue that there is a little bit more. But when I'm in a stream, it's just more like, when the characters get wordy, it's more like an interruption when they have too much to say. Gary Gnu. They all sound the same to you, Will Graves?
I just don't understand the Tuatha. I mean, most Fae aren't violent. The wild ones can be, but no more than any forest animal. But the Tuatha are some sort of cult among the Winter Fae. Before they invaded Erethdel, no one could have imagined the Fae ever marching to war.
And Well of Souls.
Brilliant idea, the Well of Souls. Plucks dead people out of the ether, rebuilds their body, and brings them back to life. At least that's what it was supposed to do. Guess we'll never know if it worked now.
Alright, bye now.
We should be safe here. At least a little longer.
What this I see? More boxes! Stand back! There, the danger is past. Boxes have been vanquished.
What have the Tuatha doing this far west?
Now, were these guys supposed to say a bunch now that Yeah, I missed it.
Mataru, another survivor. Are there any more?
It collapsed behind me.
I suppose that's a little bit of kindness from fate. May those still trapped inside rest peacefully.
Yeah, I know, James Baker. What? It's a shock. Oh, look. She has all the same topics that everyone else did, but she probably has her own spin on it.
This was supposed to be a nice isolated grove. So much for that.
No box shall survive.
You don't see many fate weavers nowadays, but they were very popular when I was a girl. My parents even hired one to advise them on raising my sister and me. But these days, you're lucky if you can find a single fate weaver in a big city. Most have been run out of town.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier, is when I got to that Fey town, when I first got this game, and the first time I really played it was the furthest I got into it. I probably put about maybe, I don't know, 10 to 15 hours into it. And when I got to the big Fey town, and it was huge, there were people everywhere, and everybody had tons to say. Like in this where you click it and they say one sentence or something. It seemed like everything you clicked, it was like, get your popcorn out and crack open a beer, because you just set them off. They're gonna go for a little while now.
Morris Hughes was one of the greatest minds of our generation. The Well of Souls was a dream that was almost too good to come true. Who knows why the Tuatha hate mortals? Who knows why the Fae do half the things they do? The well was a beautiful dream, an end to death, a cure to tragedy. It would have made war pointless. It could have saved the world. We should have known it was too good to exist. Now our friends have paid the price.
All right.
Stay safe. We'll be moving soon.
Hey, I want to talk to this groaning guy.
No more.
Aren't you going to tell me about the Well of Souls? Or the Fae or something? Alright. See, can I quick save? Sweet. It's this guy. He's groaning because he got hurt. He's spilled ketchup all over and slipped. Probably hit his tailbone on the way down. Oh, look at the fish. Now, this game is very well made. You can tell the state gave them a lot of money. Can I go fishing? I'm just gonna go fishing with my fingers. Fish. Oh, I forgot you could swim in this game. Come here, fish! That fish looks like a real fish. Like the kind you see in a big... Oh, there it is. I don't think I ever knew this was here. I'm not even sure I knew you could go in the water. Ah, there's a bunch of damn monsters up ahead. Here, take that, monster. Trying to remember what the combos were. Maybe I should go mage. There's probably less combos of the mage. How do lockpicks work? Hold D to move the slider. If the pick is at the correct angle, lock won't lock. Is this like Skyrim? Similar. Oh, I thought I had it there. There we go. Hey, sturdy gauntlets. I think that'll replace the crap gauntlets that I picked up in the beginner's area. Rusty gauntlets. Wait, sturdy gauntlets? Must be medium armor. I don't know, sturdy armor, it's very... Yeah, they're looking good. They have slightly less, like, durability, but they're better armor. Oh, there's another one. Alright, now that I kind of know how it works, though. Wow, I started off in the right spot. That's nice. Ooh, more sturdy stuff. Yeah, you weren't kidding. There's a lot of good stuff in this cave. Ooh, crude iron longsword. Sweet. Yeah, that's looking badass. Like it. Here it is. Yeah, definitely better. It's medium armor, but it's better than the heavy armor, so I'll wear it. And the sturdy buckler. There we go. It started in Fallout 3, okay. And if I'm not mistaken, everyone stay calm. Stay calm. I've just noticed we're surrounded by boxes. Shh. Shh, I don't think they've noticed us yet. Hi-ho! Ha-ha! Oh, you thought you could get away, huh? Ha-ha! Oh, take this! Justice is done! Alright. Hey, look, I've been rewarded. Oh, how do I dispel? Dispelling skill 0. This I don't know how to do at all. Press that when a cursor is above a glyph to break it. Glyphs will reseal themselves. Miss and all the glyphs reseal. I have no idea what that means, but we'll give it a shot. Some glyphs reseal faster than others. Be careful the order you break them in. Break all the glyphs. Okay. Ow! Ow, that hurts a lot. Oh, now I can loot it though. That's good. Alright, forgot to loot the rat. Ooh, I got extra gold from the detect hidden skill. Yeah, I'm looking pretty good. This metal armor and then these leather pants. That doesn't clash. To Boxmaster, just for the stream. Fired again! I see we meet again, Boxmaster. I will not be fooled by your ways. I see right through you. I feel like I see something over here. Ooh, a birch scepter. So see, this is something that I like in game design. When it actually explores you for looking around all the little nooks and crannies. See, there's something under this roots over here, too. A numbing longsword. I gotta see that now. Rude. Ooh, this is a lot better than the one I've got. Hell yeah! Got super rewarded for running out here. School pickup. Alright, in case I don't see you again, Ava, because I think I'm going to wrap up before too long. Have a good night. Good day. I guess it's a day. It's night for me. Have a good day. And if I don't see you, have a nice weekend. And so on and so forth. Alright. You weirdo dear. Let's see, do I have my Xbox controller plugged in? Oops, I think I do. Try it. Or at least I thought I did. Now I'm just curious to see how it feels. I have an Xbox controller, but I don't use it a lot because... Oops. Because I don't... My hands aren't used to it, so I end up they get sore. But my new PC has a lot more USB ports, so there we go. This is what I wanted to do. 15 minutes. All right, there's a reasonable chance I'll still be here at that point. Oh, and I can actually hold the shield. See, when I hold the key on the keyboard, it does this. Maybe I'll have to get used to using the keyboard. Although I do feel like I need to speed up. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try the map, but yeah. I probably should have started the game this way though, because all the tutorials, I don't know what buttons do what. Because I did all the tutorials with my mouse and keyboard. I may not be several more hours, you think, Brad? You never know. I don't know what all those things mean, Brad. But I have 5 USB ports. No, 4 USB ports on the front panel of my PC, which is twice as many as I used to have. So I've got easy access to many. I paid extra for that too. I think I actually paid extra to have something installed in the front that had extra USB because I like having that option. I don't know what a lightning bolt is. Oh, I wasn't. No. I have to use the triggers. Now I feel like someone that's never played video games before. It's this here now. Let's see, controls. Oh, that's nice. Let's see, camera sensitivity. Yeah, we need to move this back up. It's a lot different with an analog stick than it is with a mouse. All right. All right, I can work with this. Cheesy Horde, you heading out? When am I doing this again? You always miss these. I usually aim to stream on Thursday nights. For years, Thursday was my official stream until I moved and got a full-time grown-up job. Before I used to work from home and I worked at my own hours. So no matter what kind of week I was having, it was easy to work around when I wanted to stream. But it's not, a lot of times now it's like, sometimes I work late, sometimes I'm tired, but Thursday is the day that I aim for. And if I stream other times, extra times, that's sort of like a bonus. But I would say look for me in particular. I usually will aim to try to start streaming between 7 and 7:30 Pacific time on Thursdays. Yeah, I decided to wear the leather pants because it's easier on my junk, but I'm metal everywhere else. Take all. See, that's a bit easier than what I was doing. Let's see, what are these buttons? So that's stealth, quick wheel, shield. That's a quick pick. Oh, there's the right analog stick button. All right. Hey. Take that, nature! Wait, no loot? Didn't I get leather or something? You know what, is there a quick... Oh, whoops! Ooh. Take this, nature! Oh, guess it doesn't like that. How do I cast my magic spell? Oh. Stop it. Okay, that's a little harder, casting magic. I guess they don't let me target these animals as if they were enemies. Wait, did I miss something here? What's this? The Shrine of Mitharu. Temporary bonus. Deities will confer different bonuses to your character. Alright. Oh, I can see that is... That little timer's ticking down. Not super long. What was that growl? Alright, well, I'm gonna pick some of these herbs.
Bloodthirsty berry eater. You. I remember you. You're the one? How did you come back? How did you find me here? When I saw you with Edsel in the well, I ran.
Oh.
But it wasn't because I was afraid. I was coming to report that Hughes's experiment had succeeded. The Well of Souls is bigger than just one gnome's pet project. My contact pays well for information about its progress. I just send reports to make some money on the side. But I don't know how the Tuatha found out. This has nothing to do with them. I never wanted anyone to get hurt.
Pay me, you live? Well, no, that's not justice. He didn't want anyone to get hurt. Alright, you know what? Just get out. Wait, who did you report to?
I promise you, if I knew who it was, I'd tell you. Sharing research is one thing, but academic sabotage is a crime.
I'm here for justice. You don't look like a box, but sometimes boxes come in funny shapes, don't they? No, they really just come in the Q shape.
Thank you, thank you. Here, take this. It's the pay for my last report. I don't want anything to do with it. I'm going back home to Odessa.
Alright, well. I feel like there should be a lot more for me to... once it gets going, it really starts turning, but I want it to happen fast. That's one problem with the mouse look, is I'm used to... Now, luckily, there's not a ton of aiming in this game. Is there... Can you lock on to people? Not sure. I'm used to being able to look around. Like, with the mouse, it's like, hey, what's going on over there? What's going on? Oh, gosh, now I turned up the acceleration, so it's, like, insane. That's way too much. But still, it's like, what's there? What's there? What's there? It's over here. It's over there. It's over there. And this is like, well... Wait, quick, turn right! No, turn left! Slow down, hold on. There's like a weight to the camera. Play a character with 1 intelligence? Is that what I'm doing? Do they have intelligence? Or you just mean like RPGing the stereotypical 1 intelligence character? Hey, what's this? Oh, it's nothing. You don't look like a box, but I can't be sure. We must always be vigilant. There are boxes everywhere. I could get used to the controller for this. Oh. see something? Now, I do see that there is a cave down here. New location discovered. I don't feel quite bold enough to fully explore this mine. Because, well, I also don't have a reason to be down here yet. I don't like getting ahead of myself, necessarily. A 1.5 intelligence? You think that's even more adventurous? You and your opinions, Whittle Creeps. Oh. Let's see. Let's see, I could do my little walk. Just what I always wanted. To go for a stroll in the woods. Now I can.
You've come from the tower, haven't you? Name's Agarth. Maybe you can help an old Fate Weaver, eh?
What's a paladin?
Fate Weavers look at the great tapestry of fate. The threads will tell us how a life will unfold. But knowing the future and being able to change it are two very different things.
Hughes sent me to find you.
Did he? Poor old Fomerus Hughes. He respected the way the world works. What a shame. He's probably dead by now.
And what makes you think he's dead?
The cards told me that the Well of Souls would work, but Hughes' success would come on the day of his death. He took it pretty well, honestly. Although we did a lot of drinking after that.
That's okay. I was dead too.
You're the one. Then that means it all makes sense now. The cards this morning. I drew the Gravedigger, the Running Man, and the Beast. Prepare yourself. They're coming.
Oh!
Tear not desires your death. For the mountain god!
Special attacks give me fate. When your fate meter is full of a pulse, you're going to use your fate energy to enter reckoning mode, okay? Reckoning mode greatly increases your speed and attack power. It lasts either till your fate meter runs out or until you fate shift an enemy. Hold the left and right triggers to harness the power of fate. Alright. Keep holding them. Alright, now what? If you defeat enemies in reckoning mode, their fates will begin to unravel. Move near an unraveling enemy and press A to perform a fate shift. This gives you the remaining fate energy to destroy all unraveling foes and grants you experience bonus points. Oh! Oh my! Oh, I don't know what an animatum Gregas is anyways, no matter how you spell it. Hey, buddy.
What? How? What are you? The threads of fate. I've seen them before, but I've never seen anyone manipulate them like that.
Maybe you've never heard of me.
You changed how the world was supposed to work. How did you do that?
I'm Garriman Boxslayer. I have my ways. I don't know, I just did it.
Fate is the will of the gods. No mortal should be able to change it. How is that even possible? Come here. I'm going to do a reading. You might be able to change the threads, but fate will still have a plan for you. I promise not to tell you if I see your death.
You always see death?
It's a gift. Some people paint landscapes, other people write poetry. I peer into the weave of fate's tapestry and see people's deaths.
Unpleasant?
That would be my guess. He was an academic, but he had a proper respect for fate's plan, unlike most gnomes.
Fine, show me my fate.
You're nervous. Relax. This is what fate weavers do. I'll be seeing your place in the pattern of destiny. Who you are, what you've done, where your path takes you. Or, at least, I should be. You're real, right? I swear I haven't had that much.
Can't see my fate, huh?
Fate's weave is always hard to see. It's in motion, hard to make out, but undeniably there. Yours is just missing. This doesn't make sense. All mortal creatures have a place in the pattern. You should have one too, dead or not. If this is true, and I'm not saying I believe it, then your path is yours to determine.
Oh my lord. Okay, so this is like... I think I remember this. Block or suffer an attack rather than dodge one. Plus 15% melee. 20% block. Range damage. Dodging. Elemental. And then as you progress, like if you focus, you go up the might tree. But then you've got like multi-class type character. So what I was looking for is kind of a might sorcery thing. Guardian. I think this is sort of what I had in mind. Yeah, like a paladin type thing. All right, cool. Cool. Where was I? I think this is all I can afford to be right now. Yeah, oh, X. What did you see?
I can see the threads around you, but they're shifting, changing so rapidly, I can't make sense of them. Normally the threads would guide my hand
Always
to
in
the
motion,
cards,
the future.
and I'd use those cards to see your pattern in the weave. But it just didn't happen. They wouldn't focus. So either there's something wrong with me, and there isn't, or there's something very wrong with you.
I see dead people. Yes, maybe I'm the afterlife. I'm not going to criticize him. I think he knows what he's talking about.
It could mean nothing, or it could mean everything. The world is changing. You might be a sign of that, or maybe the cause. I've never had a reason to doubt my own readings, but we should consult with Arden. He's not a friend, but he's got a good eye for the tapestry. I'll meet you at his home to the east. I'm going to see if I can be of any help to the wounded at the tower.
What's wrong with my fate?
That's just it. I don't know if you've got one, but that's why we're going to see Arden. He lives in a little hut to the east in Yulven. I'll meet you there.
All right. I think I need to wrap up, and I don't want to... I'm sure he's got lots of very interesting things to say.
What
but
does this all mean?
I need to call it a night. So, or at least transition towards my thank you screen. So, let's see. Let's have like an official save. Create new save. Yes. Get the heck out of here. Yeah, get out. Get out, why don't ya? And I'll go here. Now I gotta turn this back up again. Okay, I gotta turn this. There we go. So there it is, folks. Kingdoms of Amalur. Reckoning. And, Whittle Creeps, you ate a lot of chips. Yeah, I need to figure out something to eat. I've been into tuna sandwiches really crazy lately. I don't know why. I go through phases where I get into certain things, and that's like this thing that I'm in right now. I might have... My wife doesn't like it when I eat too much tuna, though, because she says there's mercury in it. It's like, don't eat that much tuna. It's like having multiple tuna sandwiches a day. I think we're going in that direction. But, so my question for you guys is, anyone need help falling asleep tonight? Because, I don't need to just leave you hanging. Or I could just go make a sandwich. Tuna sandwich. So, in either case, good night, Joss. Good night, Brad. Good night, Fulivora Zenarthra. Probably just said your name all messed up. But I did my best, and that's what counts. And, Will Creeps, good night. And you would like a lullaby? Well, that's all it takes. Is one person. One person wanting a lullaby. What do I put on my sandwich? See, now Joss is using his powers of getting me to keep talking. And it's working for now. Joss? I like making the tuna salad with chopped onions and dill relish and a tuna and a mayonnaise, a little bit of salt and pepper, mash it all up. And I just put it on some bread, slice some tomatoes, and then put the bread together. That's it. It's good stuff. That's what I've been doing. And in particular, the one thing that I didn't used to do is I didn't used to chop up the onions. It always seemed like, it doesn't make that much of a difference. And my wife is always like, you should chop up some onions, you'll like it better. And I'm like, nah, I got the relish. The relish is good enough. That's enough to give it a little bit of like some other texture and crunch. I don't need onions too. That's just a lot of work. And then last week, somehow I just was like, you know what? I'm going to chop up some onion this time. Like she keeps telling me to do it. I'm going to give it a shot. Oh my God. That's like, that reignited my love affair with tuna. With tuna salad sandwiches. I don't toast the bread usually. If I'm in the mood, I will. Right now, I think we were talking about this before. I still got this problem with my tooth. And we'll see. I think it's a week and a half. It is officially when dentists are allowed to see people for non-emergencies. And I think at that point, I might try and... I haven't established care with a dentist here, but it's making me... My tooth is... I've had some problems with one of my teeth that's very, like... very sensitive when I chew. Like, it almost feels loose. Anyways. So I've been tending towards soft stuff over the past couple weeks since that's crept up. Little tuna. Now you're super hungry? Are you gonna have a tuna sandwich, Charles? Yeah, I think now that I've talked about it enough, I'm getting super excited. I'm gonna have some tuna. It's decimated. Yeah, I'm at a point now where, like, if I chew on that side of my mouth, then food will go between the teeth where it hurts, and it feels like almost like tooth gets pushed around. I don't know what else going on there, but it's just not doing well. But if I'm careful and I don't get food on that side, it really doesn't bother me. But once it does, it can be sore for the rest of the day. So like right now I'm in a state where I think I was eating some almonds earlier, and as long as I keep them on the other side of my mouth, it's no problem. But yeah, it kind of sucks. I've had tooth problems over the years, but it's been a long time since I've had like one that's really bothered me. Over 15 cavities. Oh, that sounds good, Maxie. Oh my gosh. That sounds really good. All right. Folks. Here, gonna dim the lights. It's time. It's time. Even if Nick says he's gonna use it for later, because Nick's probably gonna be up for another 6 hours. But this will be here. You can look up the stream. And listen to it later. You'll know that I did it live. Everyone get all comfy and tucked in your beds. Pull those blankies up to your chin. Go to sleep and good night. Your eyes are getting so heavy. Go to sleep now, Whittle Creeps, Nick, CJ, Maxie, Just and I. Go to sleep. I'll be waiting for you in your dreams.